is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
Growing up in the 80s, one of my all-time favorite movies was a film called Ghostbusters. And then Ghostbusters 2 came along. I was even a fan of the animated series. What was it called? The Real Ghostbusters? I even liked the all-female cast version of Ghostbusters. I'm excited about the new Ghostbusters movie. And today, I'm even wearing one of my Ghostbusters shirts, which can only mean one thing. Today, we're visiting the Ghostbusters locations here in LA. Right now, I'm walking up a side street off of Woodrow Wilson Drive here in the Hollywood Hills to a house address 7708 Woodrow Wilson Drive. It's a haunted place, and it has a very, very, very crucial history when it comes to the story of the Ghostbusters. This house right here has such a history, and it was also supposedly, rumor is, according to the man himself, Dan Aykroyd, the inspiration behind the movie Ghostbusters. According to my research, Dan Aykroyd lived in this house right around the time that he was filming the movie Dragnet. Eventually, he ended up selling the home to actress Beverly D'Angelo, and you may remember her from the National Lampoon movies like Christmas Vacation. But before he lived here, Mama Cass lived here. I think she died in London, but she's supposedly haunting this house. Actress Natalie Wood, who died of mysterious circumstances, and her death technically, I think, is considered unsolved. She lived here at one time too. Now, when Dan Aykroyd was living here, he experienced paranormal disturbances, things opening up like doors and cupboards in the middle of the night. He would hear sounds, but most importantly, and this is where Ghostbusters comes in, he experienced something, a large presence, climb into bed with him occasionally, lay down next to him, and he said jokingly that he would just roll over, snuggle up with it, and go back to sleep. These experiences prompted him, influenced him to write the script for Ghostbusters. You may also remember there's a scene in Ghostbusters where Dan Aykroyd has a very similar experience with the supernatural. Kind of like what he had here. I will say this about this area. There are tons of ghost stories and legends and wild, wild tales. Hollywood, for instance, I don't really know what to make of this street, but I walked further up here and right around this bend, there's signs that say no trespassing. This area is under 24-hour surveillance. Armed guards. I wonder who lives up there. There are a lot of interviews out there of Dan Aykroyd talking about his love, his interest for the supernatural, the paranormal. Don't know where it all started. You would like to think that it's here, but this house is definitely the inspiration. This and the movie Poltergeist, if I remember correctly, he said, are the inspiration for him to write the story of Ghostbusters. That's neat. I find it really cool.
But when I sold our house in Los Angeles, we lived in Mama Cass's old estate on Woodrow Wilson Drive, and we sold it to Beverly D'Angelo, and she's been on the Celebrity Ghost Show talking about the spirits that were in that house.
What happens?
You know, jewelry will hop around on the table, shapes will be seen, you'll feel a touch in the shoulder, that kind of thing. The staff felt it. And I had an experience one night where something got into bed with me. I was alone. And I don't know what went on there, but I just figured out. Well, in my
little bit.
Well, this is very interesting. A lot has changed. Right now I'm standing in the heart of the Toy District Because right over here, you are not going to recognize it. But that firehouse right there, there goes a bus. But that firehouse, engine house number 23, this is where they filmed the interiors of Ghostbusters. Now, it's no secret that the majority of Ghostbusters was filmed in New York City. But the firehouse in New York City was the exteriors of the movie. The interiors were filmed here. Can't get inside, and my God, a lot has changed. But this is the firehouse.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs, and the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Hey, does this pole still work? Wow, this place is great.
And you know what? If we're gonna get technical, not only was Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 filmed here, you know, the interiors of the firehouse, but also scenes from Big Trouble in Little China and Mask were filmed here amongst a whole bunch of other movies and TV shows as well. Crazy to see it in this state. Just a quick stop. We really can't stay here that long because we are parked on the side of the road and there is so much stuff going on here. But it is really cool to be checking out this place. You don't see much of it online, but this is the actual firehouse, engine house number 23. Doing a lot of renovations to it. It looks like it really needs it. I don't think they have anything to do with the movie, but is it just me? Or does that wall art, that mural art, look anything like ghosts? Now here's something else that completely blows my mind about my childhood and what I thought I knew about Ghostbusters. You know the hotel that they go into, the Sedgwick Hotel, where they end up catching Slimer? That's not in New York City. That's here in Los Angeles, and it's the Biltmore Hotel. It's beautiful. I don't know if we're gonna be able to take the cameras inside the Biltmore Hotel to line up shots, but we can definitely line up the establishing shot when the guys, the Ghostbusters, get here to bust some ghosts. And if we get inside, there's a famous line that Venkman says.
What is it?
Looking at this building, it does make you feel like you're standing in downtown New York City, but I assure you we are in downtown Los Angeles. And this is the building right here. We're gonna line up the shot a little bit better, but how cool is that? Darling, we are standing at the Sedgwick Hotel from Ghostbusters. A lot has changed since Ghostbusters came out in 1984, but the guys would have driven Ecto-1 right up this street and parked right in front of these archways underneath that balcony. Looking at the scene from the movie, the name of the hotel, the Biltmore Hotel, can't be seen, but if I move the camera over this way, you can definitely see those archways. And if we look up, the balcony is still here. Well, or the overhang, I should say. How cool is that? To think, Ghostbusters, they would have walked right through these doors. So let's go to the front of the building and see if we can get inside to line up some shots. Everything we've seen online, this place is absolutely beautiful. So fingers and bones crossed that we can get in. Just look at how beautiful that is. In the movie, Bill Murray and the guys come right through that center door, and Bill Murray says, "Hey, anybody seen a ghost?"
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
And here's a shot of the same doors from the opposite end of the hallway. Just look at how beautiful this place is. Absolutely insane. I just can't get enough of this hallway. This place is just beyond beautiful. Holy cow. This room may look familiar because in the movie, Ray and Egon are in this room trying to contain Slimer. on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see these vertical lines, that design right there. They can be seen behind Ray in this scene as well.
Spengler, I want a confinement stream from you, okay? Go! Okay, hold him up there. He's gonna move. Hold him up. Go!
It's just amazing to be standing here. I can just hear the proton packs in the background going off.
Working, Ray. Start bringing him down. Start bringing him down. You've got him. Don't cross the stream. Maybe now you'll never slime a guy with a positron collider, huh?
Jessica, it looks like you found the life-size photo that they used in the movie The Shining. It's not it, but it looks like it, doesn't it?
It really feels like it. It's the same kind of lettering, the same kind of grouping of the picture, and the extravagance of this building really feels like I'm in The Shining. Like, it kind of passes for me, especially if you see one of the ballrooms. Oh, I'm dying. I gotta stay here and dress fancy.
We'll stay here. We will stay here.
It says the Biltmore Hotel is the inspiration for Stephen King's Overlook Hotel and Robert Bloch's Bates Motel. And it holds the dubious honor of having been named America's Most Haunted Hotel in 2000 by the American Hotel and Lodging Association. I believe this. I believe this to be true.
Been walking around exploring the hotel. We found another room that looks absolutely familiar, especially if you are a Disney fan. Oh, wait till you get a load of this. If you were a fan of Disney, more importantly, the Tower of Terror, then this lobby should look familiar to you. More specifically, that ceiling. Right? It's the Tower of Terror. In the ride, especially in Walt Disney World, as soon as you walk into the lobby here, you would go over to this section, scan your magic band, and you would get into one of two elevators over on that side, see a quick little video with Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone, and then you'd be in for the ride of your life. Or you can say the ride of your afterlife. At Disneyland, technically they no longer have a Tower of Terror. Instead, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. But Walt Disney World's Tower of Terror is still there. And just like this place in real life, in the lobby of the ride, they have a fountain too. Jessica, this place is beyond beautiful. I'm sorry, what was that?
The fish. I think there's similar fish that are out in the entry line when you see that empty pool, the dried out pool with the terrarium.
Oh yeah.
They had similar fish, I believe.
The queue.
Yeah.
Very similar to the ride, they have a desk where you would go and you would check in. In Walt Disney World, the Tower of Terror ride, behind it, they have little boxes where they put keys and mail, all covered in cobwebs. Here in real life, not so much. Come stand right next to me and look at this. Tell me that doesn't look like the Tower of Terror ride when you're sitting there in the ride vehicle, right? Like you could just see the apparitions appearing.
When you leave the elevator to get closer to the edge before you drop.
And how cool is this if we keep moving forward? On both sides are elevators. They kind of look like the elevators from the ride as well. Kind of like an industrialized warehouse kind of looking Art Deco elevator. That's beautiful. You are definitely spooky. Everywhere we turn in this place, it's just more stunning than the room before it.
These pictures are very interesting. I don't know if they're the actual hotel here or not, but it looks like it.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so that's where we just were.
that's gorgeous.
And then there's a picture over here with cables filling the entryway.
The ambiance of this place is just insane.
It's lovely.
Let's take a look at this room that we just walked through from the other side. My word. baby goal. Out of everything that they have here, I'm actually a little surprised that they don't have anything saying that Ghostbusters was filmed here. What is with this place?
A lot of locations don't like to advertise that because they don't want to disturb their clientele.
Okay, fair enough.
Foot traffic, you know?
Foot traffic. We're about ready to leave, and the hotel concierge and the desk folk told us about a historical corridor where they have a whole bunch of different photos. And I may be wrong about this, and I may be right. The very first Oscars here in Los Angeles was held here at the Biltmore Hotel. Did you find it? Oh, there it is. Now it's time for a history lesson.
Oh, that's cool.
What's this?
So this was the opening night, 1923, and then this was the 75th anniversary, 1998. So yeah, you can see this is where the theater used to be.
Crazy cool.
That's amazing.
February 27th, 1941, Jimmy Stewart accepts the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Philadelphia Story. Wow. May 11th, 1977, in the same room where the Oscar was created, 50 years later, Bob Hope MCs its 50th anniversary celebration. Among the guests were many Hollywood notables. There he is right there. So neat. Oh, and look up there. Baby, did you see this? Up there on the balcony are giant Oscars.
No, I didn't notice that.
Look at them, they're life size.
That's amazing.
A photo of Shirley Temple and Walt Disney, February 23rd, 1939. Shirley Temple presents Walt Disney with a special Academy Award, a full-size Oscar, and 7 little ones for his creation of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. That is outstanding. Gives you an idea of how massive this portrait is. Does it have a date? 1937, March 4th. Who'd you recognize over here?
Disney. That's Disney.
Oh, look at
Over
him.
in the corner.
Well, I be darned.
I recognize him, but I can't think of his name. And then something I thought was really cute is this lady's making a face on purpose.
Look at, yeah,
She has
she's
her
got
finger in her nose. Can you imagine
Right?
being immortalized with your finger in your nose?
Oh, that's somebody's grandmother. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Here's another picture of Shirley Temple. The sign says Shirley Temple celebrates with Claudette Colbert, Best Actress 1935. It happened one night. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I really didn't think that we were going to be able to get inside the Biltmore Hotel, let alone be able to walk around freely, line up some shots, learn something that this hotel has a tie to the first Oscars, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and The Shining. How crazy cool is that? This was fun.
I love it here.
See, it pays to explore and always ask. We asked permission before we did anything if we can go through this hotel and just explore. And they said yes, just stay to the public areas, which we so kindly did. So thank you, Biltmore Hotel, for making this 1984 kid's dream. I was born in 79, of being inside the movie Ghostbusters real. You guys are awesome. Happy Halloween. There's one more filming location for Ghostbusters that I really wanted to visit, but sadly because of everything that's going on in the world right now, it is closed. So this is going to have to wait for another time. The library scenes, yes, the exteriors were filmed in New York City, but the interiors, the main library part, and down in the basement where they see the ghosts and the stacked books, that all happened here at this library. One day we will get in here. But for the time being, we're just gonna have to settle with standing right here at the gate, the Los Angeles Public Library. How cool is it? This place is awesome, and it's right next door, basically, to the Biltmore Hotel.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always a call.